Sorry for the low camera quality. Laptop camcorders will be that way. And I currently don't feel like buying one because I don't do this super professionally, but I feel like it's important to just say a few words real quick. Because I know for myself, for most of my life, ever since I was about 16 or 17 years old, whether it be sourced from myself or sourced from people in the environment I grew up in, I'd always believed that I was a failure, that I would never be good enough, that no matter what I could do, it was never going to be enough, and that I was destined to be this person that people looked at and they scoffed at me on the street. They said, look at this person over here. He just wastes his time doing things that don't matter. He just fucks everything up that he tries. He's a complete failure in every single way. And that's how I grew up. That's how my mind was growing up. And today, finally, at the age of 20 years old, I can honestly say that I'm not happy with where I am, but I'm hungry for what I can do. I'm hungry for the promotions. I'm hungry to do better. I have that passion and desire to be the best I can be at all times. And I honestly, it just, to change your mentality like that, it takes work. It genuinely, it takes a while. I thought I was just gonna be stuck there forever. Honestly, I did. And so I guess I'm just recording this to encourage you guys. Like, if there's ever a time where you're doubting yourself, if there's ever a time when you're thinking I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not fast enough, I'm not inclined for engineer, I'm not inclined for doing these different things, there's no way I can do it. There's 1,000 other people out there that are better. There's no way that I can make it. I just wanted to encourage you that you got this. You got it in the bag. It's already done. Just remember that you can't compare yourself to others. You can't even compare yourself to the past you. Both of those are toxic. Because if I'm comparing myself to my past me, there might be, and for myself personally, there is a past me that's doing better than what I'm doing today. At least in some areas. And then when you start thinking that way, you're like, man, I miss the time when it was 2014 and I was talking to this girl that I really liked. Man, whatever happened with that? Why can't I find love now? Why can't I have the success in relationships now that I had back then? Why am I such a failure? And then everything spirals out. What you need to do is you need to say, hey, with what I've been given right now, am I doing the best I can? And if I'm not, how do I fix it? How do I make sure that I'm making the best content that I can make? How do I make sure that I'm putting stuff out there, that I'm doing my job, that I'm being the type of person, the type of brother, the type of sister, the type of father, the type of whatever it is that you would want to be? How do I make that happen? And once you think in those terms, life becomes not hellish. I know for me, especially growing up, from myself and from people around me, there were a lot of expectations, a lot of very high, rigorous expectations that I was required to meet. And it wasn't just, oh, get a 70% and you'll be good. It was if you get less than a 90%, you're a failure and you need to retake the entire class. And if you get anything below 100, it's barely good. So what I'm going to encourage you guys with is stop bogging yourselves down with the unrealistic expectations. Stop bogging yourselves down with the thought process that you're not good enough because Jennifer, who sits 3 seats over from you, has a better grade. Stop bogging yourself down with the minutia of the years you have right now. Because let's be honest, I'm only 20 years old. Most people in the United States live 4 times long. Most people die. Let me actually look up the proper lifespan of someone in the U.S. So in the United States, the average lifespan is about 78.5 years. I'm not even halfway done. And yet, all the time I'll find, and I'm yelling at myself here too, all the time I'll find myself saying things like, I'm a failure. Look at so-and-so. They've got their life together. They're making more than me. They've got more in savings than me. They've got more friends than me. Their Twitch followers level or their YouTube subscribers level is higher than mine. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm going to live... I could live my current life 3 times over and still have time to spare before I'm probably going to die. So why am I focusing on what I haven't done? Why am I focusing on the mistakes I made in the past? Why am I focusing on all this minutia that I don't need? Why am I doing it? And the simple answer is that whenever things are bad, whenever things are rough, a lot of the time, and this includes myself, a lot of the time it's just easier to blame things on your environment or to make excuses on why you can't do it or to make excuses on why you didn't do it. And once again, the reality is that that's a very toxic way to live. That's a very toxic way to think. And if there's anything I can share by this video, it's that you need to let it go. I mean, really truthfully, just close your eyes, take a big breath in, let it out. Because ultimately, you got to take care of yourself, and that includes your mental health, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you're all you got. I'm all I got. Family can live or die. Friends can come and go. Countries and games can come and go. The United States might not be a country in 30 years. But in 30 years, I'm still going to be alive. At least I hope so. Ultimately, all you've got is you. So stop doubting yourself. You can do it. I believe in you wholeheartedly. Every single person watching this right now, you have something great to contribute to the world. Keep this in mind. You may think, oh, he's just saying that generically and he doesn't mean it. Here's my logic behind it. Before I put this video out there, or before I made any videos or any content at all, I was just a guy. And I'm putting stuff out there. And maybe my camera isn't the highest quality. Maybe it, blurs because it doesn't have a high refresh rate. Maybe it's not the highest quality. Maybe it's not a 1080p camera, but it's what I've got and I'm making do with it. And I'm doing the best I can. And that's all that matters. And for you, doing the best that you can, that's all that matters for you. So stop selling yourself short. You're worth it. And you're beautiful. Or handsome. Whichever one you prefer. Anyways, I just thought I'd make this quick video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, fly safe.